just want to welcome everyone. What we record a special edition of this halftime of our podcast. We got a special guest in tonight, and that's Miss Jackie McGee. How you doing, Jackie?
My family. I'm like family. Hey, y'all.
And Stevie. I didn't expect Stevie because Stevie had been going for a disco last night, and I didn't think you'd be. I think you were too old to be up in it.
Mate, it's not 1978, mate. It's 2025.
Oh goodness! Do you want to share what you did yesterday, Stevie?
Yeah, I went for a rare good evening all. I went for a rare night out down to London, to the Portchester, the very posh Portchester Hall, with chandeliers from the ceiling, reservation tables. Everyone was dressed up to the nines. Anthony David was on from Atlanta. He'd come over from the States. A gospel artist called Sammy Newsome, he was on performing. Little G from Silk was performing. J Powell from UNV was performing. And the headliner was H-Town. Shazam and G.I. And there was two other guys with them. I don't know who they were, but they were amazing. But I was told it was going to be like 4 hours of ballads, so I thought maybe I should bring the sleeping bag with me. I will stay awake 4 hours of ballads. I went with very low expectations, but I had a great night. I had a fantastic night. Fantastic crowd, people all dressed up, really good party vibes, chilled vibes. People were dancing, friendly. The acts themselves, they were brought out one by one. There was no waiting in between, like half an hour or anything. When the show started, the show started. They only did a few tracks each, though. Sammy Newsome, who sounded a bit like Dave Hollister, he did a few tracks. Amazing vocalist, amazing. I didn't know who he was. I thought, I want to see more of him. So within 8 minutes, he was on stage. He was gone. I'm like, what? And by the time they were rolling out Anthony David. I'm like, Anthony David? He's worked with the India Irie and a few others. He did 3 tracks. He was on stage for 10 minutes. Gone. He was just gone. He did like 2 reggae soul tracks. The crowd loved it. He was gone. And then they rolled out J Powell. I'm like, J Powell from UNV? Where'd they pull this guy out? They flew him over on a plane. I thought, J Powell of all people. You know what? He did 2 tracks. He did Something's Going On from 1993. The crowd went mad. He had this nice hat on. He had this pimp jacket on with his name on. Oh, he was awesome.
You can tell Stevie doesn't go out that much.
I was singing at the top of my voice. Something's going on. Something's going on. And then he'd gone, and then they rolled out Little G from Silk. Now, UK viewers know that in the early 2000s, there was this group called Another Level. They were a pop group. They did a cover version of Silk Freak Me, because the UK audience don't really know the Silk version. They know the Another Level one, though. But I realised when Little G sang last night, he could outsing all 4 of Another Level. It just, Another Level's version pales into insignificant. I mean, it was coming from here. He was on the floor, going out, and he did about 3 or 4 tracks. He was incredible. His voice is incredible. And then there was a little break for H-Town, 10-minute break, and then they rolled H-Town out. And it's just great to see like real group, proper old school R&B showmanship, stage presence, choreography. The set they were going to do. Some lights, some this, that, and the other. And they were, even though Dino, rest in peace, wasn't there, they carried the performance so well. It's like he wasn't, it's like he was there. It's really, really strange, but they were awesome. I felt like I'd gone back to 1993.
Wow.
I'm singing. I'm 50 years old. I'm singing rock, knocking the boots. And voice. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm rolling back the years here. And then they did 3 tracks, right? They went off stage, and this guy, there was 2 other guys with them, and this one guy just went, "Listen, I'm going to sing a track now for real hardcore H-Town fans from the 3rd album." I'm like, the 3rd album, it was just like, it was 18 ballads, and he picked this really hardcore track. I was nearly in tears when he started singing. That deep, Jackie went that deep. I'm not lying. My friend next to me said, I've seen this set before, Steve, a few months ago. I was in tears. I says, I'm nearly in tears. He just went in. But I hate Town. You've not seen him live, go and see him. What, Jackie, what you? I was talking to Nnamdi before. We need to get you over. We should try and get you on this gig, even if it's just to sing "It Hurts Me" and make it last forever. Because the whole place would erupt. I'm not lying. It would. That crowd would.
That would be my 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, 10 minutes and it wheel you off.
A plane flight.
That would be my 10 minutes.
10 minutes. But it'll be 10 minutes you'll never forget. 10 minutes you'll never forget.
Right.
It'll bring the house down. And I know that crowd, they'll know that track anyway. But it's got to be.
Yeah.
We'll have to sort this out and get Jackie on.
But anyway, we want to welcome Baseline G.
Sorry, I've gone on a bit there.
Stevie still close. Colin Mills. Colin says, Jackie, we need to talk about Mark. I think he didn't realize that. Colin, you want to come? Because I think Colin mentioned that he actually. I think you posted something about LL Cool J when he had a song called something. There was a video LL did, and
you talking about "Love You Better"?
Yeah, "Love You Better."
Love You Better. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So Colin, he'll explain. Tanya, good evening. Melodic, Dio, M. Matt, welcome. Kenya, how you doing? As well as Derek from Minnesota. Daniel, Dio, welcome. Okay, yes. So, but I'll wait to hear what Colin has to say here. But we will. We're doing this Bobby album, and I don't know, Jackie, if you've ever met Bobby or so.
Bobby and I are good friends. That's my boy. I actually sung with Bobby to help him out. You know, we were label mates first.
Okay, an MCA.
We were all signed to MCA. And that's how I met my manager, Hiram Hicks, because he was managing New Edition when I got signed to MCA. And then, the guys branched off and kind of did their own thing. Bobby was already, Bobby doing his thing. And BBD were working on their thing. So Hiram was managing New Edition, and then they were working on the BBD thing, and then he took me on and he started managing me, and then Keith Sweat followed me, and then he ended up picking up Keith Sweat. And I'm like, who told you to come? Nobody asked you. But anyway. Bobby, that's my boy. I sung with Bobby to help him out back in 2005 or 6. I hadn't seen Bobby in years, and I think I told you a crazy story about Bobby when I was pregnant with my first son. I have 2 sons with the singer Mark Dorsey. He is the voice on "Love You Better" with LL, and also on Crooklyn and Get on the Bus, all the clockers, all that stuff with Spike Lee. He was signed to Spike Lee, distributed through MCA. 40 Acres of the Mule was distributed through MCA. Then he left Spike and he went with Jive Records, and he did his album on Jive Records. So he did Crave on the Wood soundtrack. Then he had a lot of really, really good records. Phenomenal singer. We have 2 sons. Our oldest son. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. So we have 2 sons, and my oldest son, he'll be 30. Our oldest son will be 30. So we're about to give him a 30th birthday, April 22nd. And then we have another son who was Cameron, the one that does my videos. Yeah. That's me and Mark's son too. That's our youngest son. So yeah, we have 2 sons, and then I got married with my husband that I just divorced. So black families be a whole mess by themselves. But yeah, I'm trying to get him to sing. But anyway, back to Bobby. This is funny because Bobby loves Mark's voice. And when Bobby found out, when I was singing with Bobby back in 2005, 6, one of them years, he was like, Jack, who you had babies with again? And I was, I told him because he met Mark before, and I said, Mark Dorsey, this? He was like, wait, you had a baby with that dark Negro, and everybody was scared of him when he came out. His vocals were crazy. We were scared. I was like, shut up, Bobby. He was like, no, I'm serious, Jackie. Everybody was looking at him like he was the next Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
And that's what kind of voice that he does have. His voice is phenomenal. So go pull up whatever you can pull up on him and listen to his songs with, Spike stuff, whatever. The soundtrack, what's the soundtrack on Crave is on the Wood soundtrack. Beautiful, beautiful song. But anyway, so back to Bobby. I sung with Bobby, so we were doing all of these crazy songs. This album, I don't know, Stevie. I think me and you gonna have a good time with this one. We're gonna have a good time with this one because there was songs that on the show that I was like, why are we doing this song again? And Bobby actually gave me a lot of, he always, Jack, what you think I should do? What you think I should do? And I'm like, well, don't do that song, and don't do that one. Like that's when he had just broken up with Whitney, and he was dating some chick from America's Top Model, and I'm like, what are we doing here? You got a wife still? Call your wife. Get that together. But no, Bobby is a good guy. People think that Bob is such a bad dude, and he turned Whitney into this whatever. A lot of that is untrue. Whitney was already doing whatever she was doing. A dope person, we love Whitney. Whitney personality was just crazy anyway. But I knew Bobby more than I knew Whitney. And Bobby was crazy, yeah, but he was always a good guy. And he always meant well, and he treated me well. You know what I mean? Keith actually got a little jealous when I was singing with Bobby, and then I ended up doing a show with Keith after 14 years, and then I did the Sweat Hotel. That's when we did the Sweat Hotel. So that was like 2005. So yeah, Bobby's fun though. Bobby's fun.
Did you think, especially when he came out with when he was as big with Don't Be Cruel, did you think he was going to be even bigger? Like when he did like his second album, this album, did you think, oh man, this was going to take him to another level? Or what was your thoughts? Because you came out just yeah.
I felt like with all of them being on MCA, and MCA having so many records that they were pushing, that's why I got stuck, pushed to the background, because, who are you going to push? Your money makers or your newcomers? So I kept getting pushed back. So, of course, now that I'm older and I know what's going on and spiritually what really happened, I felt left behind. I did. I felt, but I didn't feel any kind of way like towards, New Edition, Gladys, Patty, the whole Uptown Records or whatever. I didn't feel no type of way against anybody. The only person that I felt some type of way with was when I can't think of his name. He brought Shantae Moore in. I can't think of his name. Lil Salas.
Okay.
When he brought Shantae Moore in, I felt like, how did Shantae get, she get pushed up before me? Like, what the F? What's going on?
Mm.
So that was my only, and I was like, well, shit, is she more light skinned than me? We both like scared. What happened? You know, I really felt like the field Negro. I was a field Negro at that time. But nah, Bob always been a star. I don't care what he did, what he touched. Um, some songs on this album, I really believe that they were filler songs. I didn't feel like they should have
Wow.
been on the record. I
Wow.
don't know who A&R. I don't know who A&R this record.
I think it was slow, but
Was it?
yes. But what the questions, Colin and some actors, what did you think of Bobby vocally?
You know what? Bobby reminds me, and not like they're the same kind of singers, but Bobby is like a Keith Sweat. They have a style. So their style worked with their music. Um, I still believe that Bobby has a good voice because you could put Bobby on some ballads and Bobby sound good. I'm like, okay, Bob, sing that. Um, he's not a crooner. He never been a crooner. And I believe, because Bobby was a dancer and a damn good dancer, like what Chris Brown and Usher, then Chris Brown became to be, Bobby paved that way, and of course before Bobby was Michael, but, you know, Bobby was killing the stage without
Hmm.
blinking, so his everything went together. It was a package. And they knew that they had that machine that they could, they was trying to pimp that machine until they couldn't pimp it anymore.
What did you make of the album? Because we're going to go through the songs, but just at the time when it came out.
Um, I think because Teddy had a lot of influence on that album. Um, the Teddy stuff that I heard, I was like, that's hot. And Something in Common, was definitely, I like that song. I don't care what nobody say, I like that song. Um, even though they were like, Bobby can't sing, I still like that song. Because, for her love for her husband and his
Hmm.
love for his wife, no matter how, grimy and ghetto they got, they still had,
Grimy and
a
ghetto.
love and a bond. Yeah, they was grimy and ghetto. They was ratchet. But I loved it. I love the ratchetness because it was real ratchet. It was their lives.
Hmm.
So they didn't hide their lives. You know what I mean? Some people were like, oh, it was sad. But it's like, no, we don't see what the hell y'all do in your houses. We don't know what y'all do. A lot of y'all be doing the most. And then trying to hide, oh, we don't do that. Lies. Y'all be having women strung up on some shenanigans, or the woman got the man tied up hands with something crazy. But go ahead now, because I
Yeah.
go.
No. Okay. 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 No. Yeah. I mean, people. Some might have said, okay, I thought you and Stevie and I did this album about a couple of months ago. Miss J is supposed to join us later, but I think what has happened for me is that I've listened to the album again just yesterday, and I had a very different approach to how how I felt about some of the Babyface songs. At first, I just hated the fact that Teddy didn't do all the whole album, and they put the Babyface songs out. Um, but I've since listened to it, and I've since listened to it. I've had a very different appreciation to some of the songs that LA and Babyface did. So I've, for anyone who's seen me do this about it last year, I've pretty much changed my list. I hated Humping Around at first. I'm like, what Teddy didn't put that? But I've listened to it. And I think actually, it isn't as bad as I thought it was, and even good enough. So it's been a strange kind of thing because I'm ultra loyal to Teddy, and I thought they did him bad by not releasing his songs first. And I watched the Bobby movie, and seeing him and Teddy in the studio. and thought, yeah, they should have released some of Teddy's big songs first. But yes, I'm always open to go for this album, and so Stevie, I know you've enjoyed this album. A lot of people have said that this is one of their favorite New Jack albums. How is it for you? How would you rate this
I'm
album?
going to talk about the actual album cover first, because I always, the Don't Be Cruel album cover in that suit that he was wearing, that polo neck, I always wanted that suit. So to see him like 4 years on, and I'm like, what is this album cover? He's like, he's physically changed from that last album. Physically, I couldn't understand what was going. Good evening, Miss J. Just jumps on there.
Hi,
So we've got Miss J. I'm trying to sort things out to make sure we get everyone in the shot better. Nope. I think we'll do it this way. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you did.
That's better. That's better.
Yes. Yes. So Jackie, that's Miss J over here.
Hi, Miss J.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, honey?
Good. Running late.
Good.
At the time.
No, I have to apologize because our clocks went forward or something last night, so we're now back to our normal time with the States. So yeah, we've been off kilt for a while, but I'm just going to switch things around slightly here because I can see that Miss J is doing her Whitney impression tonight. Yeah. So
Right.
she's doing her Whitney impression tonight.
Yes, I was inspired by one of the Bobby Brown videos from the album. Top of the glasses. Video. Look, see.
Okay. We're glad that you made it in time. But Stevie, you were talking about the album cover.
Yeah, I was just a bit shocked at the album cover from Don't Be Cruel to this one. Like there was obviously a physical difference that I noticed in 4 years. Obviously, we didn't have internet. I keep saying that we didn't have internet, mobile phones back then. So all we had was magazines. I didn't see that 4-year transition over here. I was in shock. But there was a definite maturity to the album anyway, both on production. Not so sure about his voice. I thought his voice went a bit. I thought we got him best vocally on Don't Be Cruel. I thought on this album, I thought he's struggling at times. He's obviously been enjoying himself doing certain things. We'd have to go into that. But his voice is straight on each track.
But Jackie, I mean, knowing him as you do you think vocally that that's his style? Because I seem to always like how Bobby does his even when he was on the Home Again. I think he's very unique with his vocals, and you don't expect him to. He's no Johnny Gill or he's not but he incorporates his style and how he sings. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I mean, like I said, Bobby has his style, and I think that his style works for the tracks that he did. He's not a crooner like we know, but he still gives you that, not that new edition Candy Girl thing, but he gives you a grown Bobby. You know what I mean? And it works. But I know what Stevie's saying too, because Stevie's saying that maybe the smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, whatever, maybe in the drinking affected his voice. Yes, it can affect your voice because a lot of singers smoke, a lot of singers drink, a lot of singers get high. And some of them can sing with it, some of them can't, and it does, affect your voice, and your voice starts sounding crazy. So I don't know. Maybe Bobby didn't give his all vocally with this album. When we start going down them tracks,
okay,
that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. I've got my good friend J. Hart Scott in the audience. J. Hart is I don't know if you know the song Just Like Bobby. That the song came out just after the Bobby movie. Is it called Jay? Is it called like Being Bobby? Or it was written and produced by Babyface and Teddy.
Just Bobby, wasn't it?
Just Bobby, yeah. So Teddy and Babyface were collaborating on producing that track. But Jay Hart actually did a lot of behind the production, supporting the production on that track. He was supposed to come out with an album, and on MCA after the Bobby album, the Bobby movie. He was supposed to. He did that. That was supposed to be the lead single and an album, but I think industry politics kicked in and stuff, and so it got shelved. But it was, they got Face and Bobby and Teddy together. J Hart was there, and it was supposed to just kick off. So the same thing happened with New Edition. They were supposed to do this massive tour after the movie, and stuff just fell apart. So it was a big shake.
Was this all after that? He did release an album on an independent label, didn't he? It's disappeared. I don't know whether that was before or after. I can't. Someone in the comments remind me of the year of that album, because it's not very to listen to. It's not one of his best.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh well, let's go for the songs. J Hart, I'm going to have to get you on next week, but we'll especially as he's J Hart's. So J Hart said I produced it, Face did the lyrics. So that just Bobby. So he produced it, and so this is Mucho's nephew. So Mucho Scott, that's his nephew, J Hart Scott. So, but he's J Hart's currently working with Keith. He's at Keith Studios. They're working on some new music.
Has he got lots of whiskey for it?
Well, yeah. What did you? J Hart,
listen, when I met Teddy, right, and I did a little 10-minute interview with him in this room, and Keith Sweat barges in, and he's got, I don't know whether he's got whiskey in his hand or something, but he's having a fantastic time, whatever he'd been drinking. And he went on stage like that, and I don't know how he did his set. He was like swaying all the way like this. Halfway through the set, he brought about 20. Jackie brought 20 people on stage. He had them all lined up. Carry on singing, I don't know. He was just crazy, but he liked the funny old Keith Sweat.
Okay.
As Big Daddy Kane says, "Please stop sweating me." That's what he says.
Oh my gosh!
Please stop sweating me. That's it. My name ain't Keith. Please stop sweating me.
Okay, we're gonna go. A lot of people are here thinking about the album, and we're gonna go into the songs. And so, but as I said, I like the album. I'm really a big fan of this album. But Jackie, we'll start with you. I mean, I know when we did the Rhythm Nation, it felt like you just picked up songs from the air, but hopefully this time you kind of like you ordered them. So if you were starting at number 10, I mean, how did you list yours?
Hold up. So wait, how many songs was on this album? Because we were only supposed to pick 10.
13, yeah. So
yeah, I was gonna say it's 13.
13, yeah.
So we going from number 13, or we going from number 10?
Well, okay. I mean, I went from 13, but I don't know about you. If you got number 13,
I went from 13.
Okay, let's go number 13 then.
Okay, number 13 for me was Lovin You.
What?
Wait, Lovin You Down?
Number 13.
No, Lovin You Down, Lovin You Down, taking it higher.
Yeah.
Always.
Wow.
Okay, wow.
I'm stunned already.
13.
What? What's going on, Nnamdi? What's going on tonight? What is going on here?
I can't find a red flag anywhere, a red card anywhere. I do have the red version of this, man. That is a red card there, man. Look. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay.
But why you gotta use Michael Jackson as the red flag?
No, because this is the only thing that's red.
Okay.
Red card is okay. Can you tell us why, Jackie? Because
album filler. It was trash. Next, go ahead. Y'all can talk about it.
Okay. All right. Stevie, what's number 13 for you? That's fine.
You keep moving me around this dashboard. I'm getting dizzy, mate.
Yeah. No.
I'm coming from last night, mate. I'm gonna stay here now. Is this where I'm gonna stay?
You're here.
Right. I've got. Oh dear, number 13. I'll pick Pretty Little Girl because I just don't remember it. I don't even remember ever playing that record on.
Yeah, that one started like a little reggae stuff.
Yeah,
Pretty little girl, you're stone down on time, all of the time. Okay. No, clean music. It's the first one is the.
How did that even make
Humpin'
the
Around
album? How did that How did it make the album?
And that's an Alien Babyface. If you think about what they were doing in '92, they were doing End of the Road and I'll Make Love to You. I don't know how they just did that one. It's almost like it just didn't make sense. But anyway,
fillers, album fillers.
Yeah. What about you, Miss Jackie? Miss J. Sorry.
Well, I didn't go from 13. I went from 10, and I have Storm Away as my bottom of the list. Storm Away.
So the ones that you didn't put in your top 10, so you had Storm Away?
I didn't. No, actually, I put that in my top 10. My top.
So that's.
Just pick one of them three that are not in it then. Number 13. I'm doing that because I've got a top 10. I didn't do a top 13.
She probably can't remember the other three because they was trash. Fillers.
Oh, Jackie.
Sorry.
She kind of right. I didn't really remember the other ones.
Yeah, I know. That I didn't remember.
They're not really memorable.
Thank you, Miss J.
Some of them was just thrown in there, and I do love a lot of songs on this album, but some of them. But Pretty Little Girl is not one of them. I say because Ricky sang background, and I like Ricky Bell, so it made my top 10.
You're giving it all away, You're giving it all away, Miss.
So which one of the three didn't make your top 10?
I don't have a list of 13.
You know what, Nnamdi? I think we should start number 10, mate, tonight.
No, okay, it was fine because myself and Jack. I mean, my number 13 was. I think a lot of people have.
You know what women are like. They get a big. It is a big word. Discombobulated, don't they? They get kind of discombobulated at times, don't they, Nnamdi? Hey.
No, but I had I'm Your Friend with Debbie Warnes.
Oh, you're right. Okay. I didn't understand that song. Why was it on here?
Okay, yeah. So that was one song that I put at my. I just felt it was like he did a favor to Whitney's friends, the Winans. Like, okay, can you get Debbie to come sing? Okay, yeah. It felt like a favor to bring her on because he never knew her from anywhere. Says, yeah, we're friends. And I'm like, I was like. Okay.
I'm about to choke.
Yes. I felt BB and Cece pressured him into singing with their sister.
See, I can't say nothing about it yet. When it's my time to say something about it,
Okay.
We're gonna laugh again. But go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, number 12 there, Jackie. What's the second number 12 and yours?
So okay, my number 12 was Pretty Little, whatever it was. That's another album filler. Yeah, that was trash. That was trash.
I have to agree with you because it was like it. You won't believe it's Ellie and Babyface that did. I'm looking at the credits. It's Kenny Edmonds, Ellie Reese, Dow Simmons, and I'm like, you guys did all the big hits, and yet you gave Bobby that. So
Fillers though, because you know what? When it comes to labels, and I know because I was with two different labels, but MC I was with for almost 9 years, and album once they get that, say 5 like really dope joints, and they know that they can make those take that album to crazy platinum status, like platinum, they don't care if the rest of it is fillers. They be like, oh, that's dope. Oh, okay, go in the studio. Go get those other 3 done. That's dope. At this point, with the ones we just said, they were just giving money away to like LA and Babyface. And I love LA and Babyface. Like, that's my boys. I was on the road with them from the deal, So, but a lot of songs that they write, even Teddy, and Teddy's my brother. Some of them album fillers. I can't say I do love most of Teddy's stuff. Most of it, because Teddy gonna give you that but some of it you like, why? To some people, you know what I mean? And I didn't like all of LA and Babyface songs that they did for everybody just because it was LA and Babyface. Like, so what? Why y'all giving them all that money? And that track is trash. That shit is garbage. Like, why are you taking my budget money? That's how I see it. But go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
Okay. Top that, Stevie.
Miss J, how long did it take to prepare your hair this evening?
I
like the 80s frizzy look. I've always liked that.
Maybe 5 minutes.
Wow. Not that long.
He said not that long. Let me put you in on a secret, Stevie. Now, I'm not gonna say her secret, but mine. Anytime you see me, if I don't have braids, it's gonna be 12 different wigs.
Wow.
My hair will be corn rolled under, or it's short. Now I cut all my hair off in November, so it was like buzzed, so it was blonde. Now it's growing out this little baby afro. I'll put braids back eventually, but these are wigs, honey. It takes 2 seconds to throw a wig on and have a whole new look.
Ladies take your hair very seriously at times. You're always chopping and changing it.
Hey,
That's the music business, right, Miss J? That's the business.
Yeah.
Stevie, what's your number 12?
I've gone for the gospel-inspired "I'm Your Friend" again. I just didn't listen to it. I didn't listen to that record. I'm not saying it's trash, because it's better than trash. There is something quality about it. But I was in, I was still a teenager at the time I bought the out. No, I was in college when I was 18, 19. It didn't really resonate with me at that time. I probably grow to like it now, though.
Okay, so when Stevie says he was in college, it means he was in high school. Because
I was in college.
Right.
I used my grant money from college to buy. I couldn't afford the CD. I bought the double vinyl.
To college, like university college, because in America they call college university.
No, it's called mid. We have like high school, college, and then university. So it was like middle.
Yeah.
Middle
so when
school.
you say college, Americans will think you were talking about when you were in university. Yeah, that's right. Because when
you leave high school at 16, from like 16 to like 17, 18, 19, you go to college. So
yeah, because
right. Okay.
College girl, and he thought Bobby was singing about a high school girl, and I said no,
Right.
college girl's like a university girl. So that was the difference. Okay, so you had "I'm Your Friend." Okay.
What song is that? I'm Your Friend.
That's one with Debbie Winans.
Near the end. It's one of the end.
It's the last track.
Oh, you know what? Because I just put Debbie Winans. I never knew the name of the song, but go ahead.
Yeah, it was with Debbie Winans. Okay, I think I don't know where Miss J just disappeared to, but she'll be back. Okay.
She probably got cut off. Yeah, she is.
She's probably getting a new wig on.
Yeah, I'm so done. Wow, I had to tell you now. You know our secret, right?
Yeah.
Different looks. So wait, what number we on?
So now, okay. She was gonna give it 12, but I'll give my number 11. What's my number 11 here? Oh, this was hard because I actually did like this track. Storm Away. I actually did like it. Somewhere lives in the storm away. It was very yeah. Oh, yeah, but I think the problem was it was at the end of the album, and because it was at the end of the album, you normally would get a little tired by the time you get to it, and so it's easily forgotten. So I think when you get to probably track 12, you forget the last two. So Storm
When
Away was number 13, number 12 for
wait,
me.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay.
When R. Kelly had 12 play, we listened to all 12 songs, and they was all 12 damn good. So when you get to number 12 on this album, then this is all the way down there. We don't remember nothing, and we can't even think that it wasn't good. I mean, you don't want to dog nobody, but I'm being serious. When R. Kelly had 12 play, we listened to that whole damn 12 song.
We did.
All of them
We did.
was slamming. So I'm just saying. Okay.
We just. I've got a feeling tonight we're just not going to take it seriously tonight.
No, we
Just like
No, we are.
We're not gonna get serious. I don't think we're gonna get serious until we get to the top 5.
Okay. What about you? Okay, so what about you, Jack? What's number 11 for you?
Another one. What is it called? Night. I never knew this song. Night. One more. Is that what it's called?
oh, you're kidding me. One more night.
One more night.
One more night at number 11.
I didn't know that song.
Oh, stop it, Jackie, please.
I can't imagine what's in your top 5.
It's an epic track.
I don't know that song.
How
I was
can
like, where
you
that
not
song
know
come from? Like,
Okay.
remember, Stevie, I come from the school of Teddy Riley.
If you,
So-
I'm worried about your top 10 already. I'm really worried now. If you put these in the top 10, I'm really worried. You've just picked 2 Teddy Riley tracks, and you're telling me you're from the Teddy Riley school of hard knocks.
God, it's good. One, okay, no, it's fine. I think I'll be interested in her top 5. Not talking your top 10. But what about you, Stevie? What's
You
the
just,
11 for
you
you?
just put like the 2 best Teddy tracks in your
Yeah.
in the top 10.
Don't worry. Sheldon has
Where's
resurrected.
Jay gone?
Yeah, I don't. Okay, she's.
I hope I've not
she's
upset
back.
her when I asked her about her hair. Generally, I liked her hair. I didn't want to upset her.
Oh,
or
there
anything.
she is.
I thought
She's back.
Okay. So, what about you, Stevie? What's 11?
number 11 is College Girl.
Wow.
I did kind of listen to this track and it made sense because I was in college. I'm just trying to remember, I did have a crush on some girl in college. So yeah, I kind of relate. I do relate to that track. And I remember nearly getting in a fight over it, looking back. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah. Really, it's all flooding back. And I end up getting in a fight with some guy over some college girl. Can you believe it? Never again. Never again. You live and learn.
But you wasn't in college. You were in high school. That's high school.
No, I was.
Your college is high school.
Jackie, I was 18 in college. We have colleges 18, 19.
Okay.
I was doing advanced English, A-level English, A-level media studies, advanced student before preparing you for university, which I never got to. But anyway, that was my number.
Okay. What about you, Miss J? What's your 11 for you?
It would be College Girl.
Wow. Okay.
See, she knows.
Okay.
Miss J knows.
I think. I mean, so the story of College Girl was so D.O.A. Allen. He this was his very first track he ever produced, and he gave
Was it D.O.A.'s first one?
Very first. In fact, he said he was playing around and he played it. He didn't play this one to Bobby. He played a song called "I Need a Girl," and Bobby heard it and loved it, and he bought I Need a Girl and College Girl. Whitney was supposed to sing a duet with I Need a Girl, but it didn't make the album, and he never they didn't make the album. He still has a copy of that, but College Girl made the album, and that was his very first track that he ever produced. Yes, but DOA is an amazing storyteller, so I can't even do it justice trying to explain how he explained the whole thing. But I can't even explain how he tells the story. My number 11 is Pretty Little Girl.
Jackie's gone now. What is going on?
She's
musical
been
chairs.
The musical chairs, yeah. Pretty Little Girl is my number.
Connection over in the US. You must be like, your connections are a bit tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, but Jackie's been.
Maybe Bobby Brown's calling now. Maybe from
no, it'll be Teddy saying, "What do you do about my songs?" Pretty Little Girl is my number 11, and I think my issue with the song was that Ellen Babyface do better songs. I didn't understand what they were trying to do. It wasn't one of their signature like upbeat tracks, and it wasn't one of their ballads. It was just a song that they never do at all. Have you ever heard them do this kind of reggaeton kind of do? It just didn't have any of their signature apart from the chorus. But it just didn't have anything that of Ellen Babyface. It's just shock that they did that. So that was my number 11. Okay.
Miss J, you missed a good night out last night.
Was it nice? Did you record a lot?
I did. I got a lot of videos, but H-Town, Silk, UNV, good night. You'd have enjoyed it.
That's a nice bunch.
You know, a lot of slow jams. Mind you, you might need a sleeping bag for the slow jams. I don't know. I don't know. Nnamdi would have fell asleep.
Oh boy.
Okay, I can see Jackie's back in. Jackie, we thought Teddy had hijacked you for dissing his songs.
I'm getting dizzy now. I'm getting swapped around. Musical chairs.
I need to call him. I need to call him anyway. So
who's on the phone? Was that Bobby phoning? Was he complaining?
No, but I need to call him. I need to call Bobby too. Bobby and Teddy.
Okay, we're number 10 now. Okay, Michelle, were you going to give us your number 11? Yeah.
I did. My number 11? I thought I gave my number 11. I didn't.
She did College Girl.
Oh, College Girl, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say she did before I got off. Yeah,
you're number 10, sorry.
My number 10, I have...
No, so it's Jackie number 10, then
okay.
Stevie, then you, then...
Oh, this is chaos tonight.
Oh, my number 10 is Storm Away.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay, so it made number 10 for you. Okay, well, okay. It's actually a good track, and as I said, it made number 11 for me. What about you, Stevie?
Number 10, I will send blessings to everybody in China and Thailand with a huge earthquake over the last few days. A big earthquake. A lot of buildings shaking, coming down. Quite a few lives lost. A big storm. So, that kind of storm away there.
Well, I'm sure the people of Thailand...
Thailand was on my list to visit, and I'm glad I didn't go now because I'd have been caught up in a big earthquake.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Really?
Okay. So you had Storm Away number 10, so it made your top 10.
Yeah, Storm Away. That's a nice track. It's got a nice track. It goes on for a bit too long. It's like six minutes long.
Yeah, he had a lot of big songs. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's 6 minutes and 5 seconds. College Girl, 6 minutes and 5 seconds. I mean, that's an epic. Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the comments here. M Mac had Getaway number 10. Colin, good enough at number 10. That can make sense. Melodic till the end of time at number 10. I don't. You said it's so good.
Oh, Jay Anthony says good evening to us all. By the way, I'll give him a shout.
Hey Jay. That's my singing friend. That's my singing friend right there.
Good evening
And that's
to
it.
Matt Collins there, Melodic
Yeah.
Junior. Hey, we got some of our regular listeners this evening.
Yeah, Dio put Loving You Down. I don't know. Yeah, oh goodness. Okay. What about you, Miss J?
Yeah,
What's
what
number
about
10?
clean music lover? Makes a difference from an explicit music lover, doesn't it? Yeah.
My number 10 started off sounding like looking back on when I was a little nappy-headed boy, but he said looking back on when I was a young child, which is Storm Away. That song, when you read the lyrics, was making no sense, but until you get to the hook, it was all over the place, incomplete sentences and lyrics, but it was okay.
Okay. You guys didn't like his redemption message in this song? Somebody watch the storm.
That's crazy. All three of us picked Storm Away for our number 10.
Yeah, I had it number 11, so it wasn't too far away.
Yeah, you weren't too far.
Yeah, it wasn't too far. Yeah, I like the little saxophone there. Go play, Johnny, play. Yeah, okay. My number 10 is College Girl. I think it was one of his more... People would, if you said who sang College Girl, I think people would know it was on this album. It made an impact, maybe because of the title. But I think by the time you get to College Girl, you're exhausted on the album. So yeah, College Girl number 10 for me.
Yeah, but most people who would have been buying that album when it came out would have been of that age. So it would have, I think that song would have resonated with quite a few people, I think, at the time of the title of the album.
So Jackie, number 9.
Debbie Winans. Now we can get on that. When you were going in about it, it made my top 10. I thought Bobby sounded pretty good actually with her, but why the hell she was on the record, I don't know. Like you said, it was one of them. Let me call BB and CC and them. And ask, can we borrow your sister, whatever? Because it didn't make sense. Because Bobby is a bad boy. Come on, Bobby's a bad boy. You can't throw a song like that in. It's beautiful. Like I really thought that Bobby sounded good, but how you throwing in? That's almost like I repent at the end of the record.
Yeah, but to counteract that, I would say, what about they got her on for a bit of credibility? Give the record a bit of credit. Because she was a credible singer, credible gospel singer with an amazing voice.
Yeah.
No, good. No, she was. That's what I'm saying. I think that I loved how they sound together. I actually like Bobby's voice a lot on that song. I really do. I just think for him being a bad boy at the time, it's like, Bobby, if you're going to do a gospel record or something like that, then go repent and then go do your gospel record. But don't be trying to throw one in and then try to make us and people up there trying to bone to your records and then all of a sudden here you come singing. I'm just saying. Go ahead, next.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. What about you? What's your number 9?
Might come as a shock, but I thought it was a nice record. It just didn't blow me away. It was very poppy. Probably the most. I understand why it was released as a single. It was the most poppy track on there. But you put Bobby vocally up against Whitney. What are you doing? What are you doing? Because you're gonna get blown. You're gonna get blown.
No!
So Something in Common has made my number 9. Nice track. Wow. I liked it. I did like it, but I thought it could have been a lot better. You got Whitney Houston on the track. You got one of the greatest female singers of all time on the track.
I wonder if they were trying to, because she had songs from the Bodyguard soundtrack, like I'm Every Woman, and it almost felt like they wanted to try and capture that type of vibe.
Whitney was carrying Bobby on that track. She was carrying him. She's going, woo, woo, all this up and down, and Bobby's trying to tell him, don't try it, Bobby. Don't go there, mate. Yeah. Bobby's like, no, he can't do it, can he? Can't do it. It's like Mary J. Blige can't do it either. She can't do it. Just saying.
Yes. Zanderman did the writing and co-production on that. Actually, you know, what happened was Zan had a song that from his debut album.
Zan wrote something in. He didn't write something in.
He wrote. Well, but it was. If you listen to Zan's album, he has a song. Oh, I can't remember what the song is, but if you listen to it, it is exactly.
I know what song. I know what you're talking about.
Yes, I think he's credited it because they pretty much took the skeleton of Zan's album that didn't blow up.
I'm not sure they did. I know they sound similar, but I'm not sure. Something in Common was LA and Babyface, wasn't it? It wasn't Teddy.
No, it was Teddy.
Teddy, I was gonna say that was Teddy.
Yeah, it was Teddy.
Just to be
LA did the remix on some. Yeah, LA did the remix. Yeah, I Want to Be With You. Yeah, that was Zan's track.
Yeah,
and so exactly. Yeah, so that's why he's credited. Yeah.
So anyway, that's my number 9.
That's your number 9. Miss J, what's number 9 for you?
For myself even more.
So number 9 I wrote is a filler track, and Teddy Riley does his signature breakdown with the vocoder, that whatever you call that, and it's Lovin You Down.
Wow. Miss J. Miss J.
My goodness. Yes, yellow card. I think people, I'm wondering.
But she at least gave it a number 9. I gave it the end. She did good. She said number 9. I put it all the way to the bottom. I was like, trash.
Nah.
So you good, girl. You said number 9.
He sounded good on that track. It
was a filler track.
He was having a good day.
That's what I said. It was a filler track.
That's a filler track.
Okay. So, I didn't know Zan wasn't credited for that song, but what Clean Music Lovers said, and I think if you check it out, it's Zan's Want to Be With You and Deja's Made to Be Together.
No, Nnamdi, we need to do a review of that Zan album, mate. Seriously.
Yeah.
We need to review that album.
Yeah.
Nnamdi's pushing that one. He pushing. He tried to get that baby some credit. He said he got a little credit on it.
No. I don't have the album. Let me see. He's not credited.
And he did. I mean, but then that means Teddy and them stole something, right?
Well,
they was stealing. Teddy stealing. Yes or no?
If you listen to the track, if you listen to Zan's track as I want to be with you, it is exactly Something in Common, just a little bit slower. And so I listened to it for the first time during lockdown, and I said, "This is a track," and people just said, "Yeah, Teddy probably just." But I thought Zan was credited for that because Zan wrote "I Want to Be With You." And
Teddy, it's not as good as that Zan record. Nowhere near as good.
Yeah, but as I said, yeah. Okay. All right. So my number 9 is and now a song that probably didn't make my top 10 6 months ago, but I have to give it its due credit. It wasn't too bad, and that's good enough.
Wow, he's put it in there. Wow, he played this track last time round.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I didn't like it at first, but I had to give it its due. That actually, you know what? Yeah, I had to give it its due. So because it was. I mean, it's not the best LA and Babyface track, but it was a nice little pop track there.
I love that song.
Okay, Jackie, number 8 for you.
College Girl.
Okay.
I had no idea. You know, I don't read the credits. Y'all read credits. I'm like, I go by whose sound I know. So when I'm listening to records, you know, like, not unless I think somebody stole something, then I'm gonna look at the credits and say, "Who wrote this? Who said they wrote this?" But I didn't know that DOA had anything to do with College Girl. Um,
Yeah.
that changes my whole perspective on it because I love Derek. That's my dude, and I need to go listen to it again just because that's my boy.
Yeah.
But if it was somebody else, I would have been like, next, because it didn't hit me in the head. But like I said, I love DOA, so now I gotta go like and listen to it 1,200 times just so I can say that's my joint now because that's my boy. But okay, go ahead.
I'll have to repost because I've never very few people can tell stories like DOA.
Like Derek off the
I
chain.
you know listening to, I mean I'm listening to him talk and I'm taking popcorn as he's talking about he has no he's talking about going in being walking around the park looking for hot dog the leftover food because they were that broke, but he's telling
Wow.
you the story because when before he got and his best friend gets a gig to go perform I think with Brandy, then he sends him. I'm telling you, he's an amazing storyteller. So I can't even
Oh
give
wow,
justice.
yeah.
I can't do
You should.
justice to yeah.
Yeah,
I,
no, repost it. Cause
yeah, I'm going
that
to.
I would love to hear. I didn't even know Derek's story was crazy like that.
Yeah,
I would love to hear.
yeah. And so when he talks about Bobby, listen to this track.
Doing
When
this
Bobby
song.
says, "Everyone, come over here. This is my next album, my next song on my album," and he was like, "What?" I think the funniest part is that when Bobby's lawyers call him to say, "Okay, Mr. Aaron, Mr. Brown says he's going to take these two tracks and he's going to pay you $25,000 for College Girl and $25,000 for the other song," and he says, "What?" And he said, "Well, if you don't think that's enough money, then we can't." Yeah, and he says, "Whoa." He says, "I didn't realize you could make that much money producing. They're going to pay me $25 for stuff I just did." And he was shocked. He was like, "What?" But they thought he was like, "No, that's too low." And he was like, "No. I just didn't know people make that kind of money." And he tells a story and stuff like that. So I said, Derek is probably, as I said, I've had many interviews, but storytellers, Greg Williams from Switch and DOA, they're great storytellers. So I'm
Wow.
gonna repost it. Yeah. Sorry, Miss J, I kind of took your stuff. So, what would we get at? So you
Number
just had
8.
We're at number
Stevie, number
8.
8. Yeah, no, Stevie, number 8.
Yeah, I'll back that up. That interview was incredible with DOA. It was incredible. I was on the edge of my seat. He had me all the way through. I didn't want it to end. It was that good. You get past
Wow.
20 minutes in. After 20 minutes in, it just goes back. It was like a movie. The interview was like a movie.
Wow.
It was like
Wow.
and yeah, it's like I didn't want it to end. I said, Nnamdi, that interview was insane. But anyway,
Wow.
number 8. Since we last did this, number 8, 7, and 6 have changed on my chart. I've been listening to one track a lot more recently, and I've bumped it up a few places. So unfortunately, this track that I really love, Good Enough, nice little CD single here, is at number 8. I still love this track though. I really love this track.
Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging.
No, it's a fantastic track.
Yeah, it is.
It ain't good enough, baby. Rock it
Okay, what about
great hook on it? Got a great hook on the chorus. It ain't good enough.
what are you saying, Jackie?
I can't believe y'all dissing Good Enough. But go ahead.
I'm saying it's a great track.
Let Miss J do her number. Me and Miss J gonna get to ours with Good Enough. Because I don't know which y'all was hearing.
Oh my God.
Come on, hold on. If it ain't good enough, baby. Come on. Enough to fill you up. Hold on. Come on.
I agree. You're right.
Go ahead, Miss J.
I'm with you on that. My number
Thank you,
8
boo.
have when I first listened to the actual album, well, this was not my first time listening, but listened to it in a long time, I thought Something in Common was coming on. The first few seconds, I'm like, I'm about to hear Whitney and Bobby. No, it was Until the End of Time. So when this song starts off on the album, like Something in Common does on the video. Have y'all noticed that? Until the End of Time.
I didn't pay attention. Wow, I didn't even pay attention to that.
That's my number 8. Yeah, you know, I listen to everything. I catch everything.
Wow, goodness.
Until the End of Time is your number 8. Oh, man, that record's amazing, Miss J. What's going on?
I don't know what's happening tonight, Stevie.
It fades. There's a long fade out on it for about a minute. It just blows my head away.
Yeah, I think it's different because you're going to see that both Stevie and I would probably have these tracks a lot higher. Yeah. And you guys are really, it's strange. It's really strange. But anyway.
It's interesting how the ladies view the album.
Yeah, how the guys. Yeah, there's a massive difference. I mean, I would.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, that's true. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I think a lot of our guys. Yeah, but number 8 for me was Something in Common. I didn't like the flute. I would have preferred him doing his keyboards when he did the bridge, when he did that part. I hated the fact that when he did release the video, that they had L.A. Reid do the remix, and I think with the so the video version, I just didn't like the video, the sonic on the video version, and I think that's probably when Teddy says, what's the point? All my tracks here, you didn't give me the first 2 tracks. And then even on this, so that's probably when he decided not to move on with him. But yeah, I think Something Common could have been, Teddy Riley, Herb Middleton, Bernard Bell, writers and producers on Something in Common. Oh, sorry, no, sorry. It's One More Night. Sorry, it's not One More Night. So Something in Common is Bobby, Bernard Bell, and Whitney and Teddy. So Herb did One More Night. I
didn't even know. Wait, did I know that Bernie did Something in Common? I didn't know that Bernard did Something in Common. I didn't know Bernie wrote on that. Wow, I miss him. I miss my baby. That's my baby.
Yeah, Bernard did that.
Dope writer. Dope producer. Okay, go ahead.
What they had in common anyway? What was it they had in common?
They both knew Teddy Riley, I would assume. No, but they were. They hadn't.
Were they married by then?
Yeah, they were married.
Oh, that was what they had in common then, isn't it? They were married.
Had a lot in common.
But then, Jackie, what did you make?
Say what you want to say, Stevie. But go ahead.
No,
he's talking about they were getting high. That's what they had in common. That narcotic they had in common.
But Teddy,
you want to say that? Stevie, what do they have in common? We know who they have in common.
Of course, going down that road, obviously.
But Teddy says that Bobby being married to Whitney hurt his album sales. Do you think that was ever the case? Do you think because he was no longer this single guy that people didn't buy his album because of his marriage to Whitney?
Teddy's probably right about that because Bobby was a sex symbol. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, he's off the market. I was there when Whitney was screaming for Bobby at the Soul Train Awards because me and Keith were up for Make It Last Forever. And Whitney was losing her entire damn mind over Bobby. And women were like, wait, what the hell is going on here? And that was the day that Bobby, I think he gave her his jacket or something. I was like, oh, damn, that's it. That's it right there. They're going to be dating and married and all kind of that. And I think Teddy's right about that. I think that's what messed up that. But, because we didn't get to my song shit, because, like I said, I started with Teddy, so that, I know Teddy's music and his sound. So I think if they would have pushed it a different way and started with the Teddy joints, That's all I'm gonna say. I can't say no more. We gotta go up the list.
Okay. No,
Go ahead.
you're number 7 then. You're number 7.
What's my number 7? To me, I put this one as a filler too, actually, because I didn't want to put it at the bottom because it was decent, but it was still a filler for me. So this was a number 7 filler. That's the way.
Wow. We're still on.
Dad, y'all got quiet. I'm like, what happened? Who did I shoot? Wait, so who wrote That's the Way? Because I don't read credits. Who?
No, so it was Dimitri and Teddy. So with the production, Teddy and Dimitri's, and we had our kill from Rex and Effects doing the rap.
Okay, that was I knew it was Kill. I said because I know the voice. Sorry, Ted.
Okay, that's fine. Stevie, what's number 7 for you?
From 8 down to 1, none of them are fillers for me. They're all I play them all. I think they're fantastic tracks. Number 7, I don't know why it's here because I do think it's a fantastic track. But saying what Jackie said, That's the Way Love Goes.
Wow.
I don't know how it's ended up at number 7. But I thought it was a fantastic track at the time. Good swing beat track. I wasn't a big fan of the remix, the Three Boys from Newark mixes, even though I love Three Boys from Newark, but I still like that Teddy mix. So yeah, number 7. Sorry, Nnamdi, That's the Way Love Goes. Number 7. Your favorites.
Okay, Miss J, what's your number 7?
I think y'all don't like this. I don't even think any of y'all like this song, but it's the one with Ricky Bell singing background, and that's Pretty Little Girl.
Wow. No, I didn't like that.
None of y'all like that.
I think it's some of the
That
tracks.
was my number 12.
I think so. It was how it started. It just musically how it started, but I think it's more like if it wasn't written and produced by Ellie and Babyface, I might have thought about the song differently. But you just that doesn't sound like Ellie and Babyface. It just didn't make sense, and that's what Jackie was saying is they paid them a lot of money, and they did the Boomerang soundtrack. They did End of the Roads. Why couldn't they do that for Bobby? They were doing Can You Talk and I'm Ready. They were doing another sad love song. So that's the question.
But you know what? We can't always blame it on them with the track because it depends on what Bobby was doing at the time because they probably could have made it go a whole different flow. Maybe the whole melody could have been different. Something could have changed up and made the whole song pop more. But if Bobby wasn't on point at that time, maybe that's why. You know what I mean? Or they could have been off at the same time because when you listen to a lot of their music, Teddy has the New Jack Swing and then LA and Babyface had their sound. A lot of their stuff to me still sound like the deal. So I can hear songs and I'll hear every time I close my eyes, I think of you. Like I hear it. I hear it. I hear I hear the deal in their songs. So it might have just been at that time that everybody wasn't on point. So the song was just not. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean?
Yeah, I can imagine it. But I think the other thing
But that's a lot of damn money to just be given away. There's people out here homeless and can't eat and don't have nowhere to live. And they giving tracks away for nothing. I mean, for all that money and that, you know what I mean?
I'm not getting a good track. But right. I think the only other thing I could think about was Shabba Ranks was out around that time. And I almost thought when Bobby says, "Hey, can I get a Shabba Ranks song?" Because Johnny Gill did a song with Shabba. I can't remember what it was called. Does anyone remember Johnny Gill, Shabba Ranks featuring Johnny Gill? And I almost think Bobby. I
remember them doing it, but I don't remember the song.
Yes,
but who did it?
I think
when you get a
Jimmy and
reggae
Terry,
song, you gotta go to some reggae producers.
I
You
think
can't
Jimmy and
just
Terry. I can't remember. Does somebody
He
remember
did
the
have a reggae producer on that. He did have.
maybe a reggae piece? I think Bobby
they
might have
did.
heard that and said, "Can I get a reggae track?" Because even "Loving You Down" starts off like that, like a little reggae stuff before he
Yeah.
goes into his stuff. And I almost think that Bobby says, "Yeah, oh, slow and sexy." Thanks, Colin. Yeah, slow and sexy. That was the track. I think Bobby says, "Man, I like that. Can you give me a reggae track?" And so they did Pretty Little Girl because it has that type of stuff. It's if you listen to it, I listened to it and I thought it sounds just like not as good, but it has that type of a feel. So I do wonder if Bobby requested a reggae track and they both gave him Pretty Little Girl and Loving You Down as well.
Shabba.
So yeah, Stevie, what's your number 7?
No, we're at number 6. We're at number 6.
No, no, 7 because Jackie just gave her 7, and it's your 7.
No, I said it was That's the Way Love Goes. Number 7.
Okay, sorry, Miss J. What was your
Yeah,
7?
yeah, some-
We did my 7.
That's what I'm saying. We're at number 6, Nnamdi.
Oh no, I haven't given my 7, and I don't know why I haven't.
you didn't do your 7,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah,
thought you
okay.
did your 7.
No, my number 7 is na, 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 na. It actually made my top 10, and it got to number 7. I think as I was mad that they didn't release a Teddy joint first, so I just hated the song. But I just decided I listened to it yesterday, and I'm thinking actually it wasn't too bad. You know, it wasn't too bad.
It was better than that, Nnamdi. It was better than Heavy is a heavy track, that.
Oh goodness. Okay, I think Colin just said that Shabba was supposed to work with Bobby, but that interview he did on The Word, remember when they asked him about?
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, so that Word is a really dangerous show. He kind of
No,
messed up a lot.
it was the guy, the host Terry Christian, who's from Manchester, where I'm from, and he used to like bait people in interviews to say things that were like, ooh, and his career ended. He talked about homosexuality with Shabba, and he said, you know, your country doesn't believe in homosexuality. What are your thoughts on it? Along them lines, and Shabba was like, yeah, you know, he just come across as like, it wasn't good. It ended his career basically. Sony ended up dropping.
He got
You know?
black. Yeah, that
I mean,
that show.
I've got to be careful what I'm going to say because I found it quite funny, but it was just at the time. You know, funny what he said, but that was it. His career was over. It's over. The poor guy's career is over.
Why? Because he asked him about how people feel in Jamaica about homosexuality.
It wasn't as bad. I don't know if you ever heard that Bunju Banton
He
record
should-
that came out. That Bunju Banton record.
But you know what?
Oh, dearie me.
But this was around 92. This was around 91, 92. And,
He should have asked him what happened to your ass if you go to Jamaica.
He just didn't handle it. But he's the same guy who interviewed who told Mary. I think he interviewed Casey and Jodeci and says, "Hey, are you and Mary getting married?" And Casey said, "No, I'm not getting married." And they played the interview to Mary, and they were dating. So that was a really terrible. Yeah, and Mary was like, "Oh, what are you trying to do? Set me up and stuff." So yeah. So anyway, not to get off topic.
He was a little grimy and got himself in trouble, right?
Yeah, so that's why, as I said, Colin said that Shabba was supposed to work with Bobby, but that interview canceled him, and maybe that's why the whole Pretty Little Girl and Lovin You Down came about. But anyway,
yeah, Shabba was blackballed. Just then, yeah, what happened to Shabba? He was definitely blackballed for several years.
He was blackballed, yeah, just because of that. So yeah, but anyway,
that
number
was
6, Jackie.
like now, like you know, like people on the internet get cancelled now, left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
People always get cancelled. He was one of the first to get cancelled.
Yeah,
Pre-internet, he just got cancelled.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Well, right,
Who the guy? You talking about the guy or Shabba?
Shabba.
Shabba.
93 was
Oh,
cancelled.
Shabba did.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna stop canceling everybody because Trump is setting that all to the side and telling people take your ass to another country if you don't like what I'm gonna say in this country. So now they're gonna have
making
to put
America
their,
great again, Jackie. Is he making America great
they're
again?
gonna put look. He gonna put they better put their pride to the side and slide it over.
Is he sending all the Mexicans back?
He's sending every damn body back. Well, can he get us? Can we go back? Can we let us go back? Y'all should send our asses back first. Can we go back?
So yeah,
I'm
number
just saying.
6. Yeah, number 6.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Because we'll go left and then okay till the end. Till the end.
Okay. Okay. So why did you put that up there? That's a Dimitri ship with Teddy.
Till the end of time.
I mean, I like that song.
Okay.
I like that song. I'm not gonna say I listen to it all the time because I didn't, but I like that song. I do like that song.
Okay. At least you liked it. Okay, Stevie, what's up 6 for you?
This is the track that I've been listening to a lot recently. It's got a he has done some good raps in his tracks, old Bobby. But in this one, I gotta say, the rap's terrible. But the track's really good. Just a shame about his rap. It was a Teddy production. It was Get Away. Get away. Get away.
Wait a minute.
Why did that rap?
You saying Bobby?
Yeah, the Bobby rapping, it was terrible. Really bad. Just listen to it.
I ain't even gonna say that, Miss J. I'm not gonna say nothing.
No. Bobby, I think Bobby sounds good rapping. Okay.
He does. But in this track, in this particular one, that 16 bars, it sounds whack. I'm going to use a word from the early 90s.
Stevie took it to the Bronx. He said that's whack. Okay.
Sorry, Bobby.
Bronx, New York.
I thought the actual Getaway and the Funkadelic sample, or I don't know, it was a Parliament Funkadelic, but I thought it was a weird, funky swing track.
Don't say nothing, Miss J. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. We're going to get him in a minute.
What did you put down, Miss J?
Oh, God. Hold on for my heart. I got to get... Stevie just took my heart there. Lord have mercy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know I could have that effect on you, Miss J.
Okay, so my number 6, it has a sample of, it says, I Get Lifted by George McCrae, right?
Ooh,
and I've
been doing the homework.
And Teddy Riley seems to use the sample a lot.
He does. You're right. He does.
He uses it a lot. Because I was thinking it was a guy song that I'm hearing, but it's really that guy, the original song that he uses a lot. And this is Two Can Play That Game.
Wow.
Is number 6.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a good song, very good song. Two Can Play That Game.
Okay,
I love that song. I love that song.
That was co-written by Redhead Kingpin.
They
what?
You know, Nnamdi should they have released that as the first single, you think?
I think so, because because that's the last time we heard. No, actually, it was on Blackstreet. But yep. I thought it was reminiscent of Prerogative when he called out Ted in there, and I've seen Bobby sing it. I think during just around 2022, and he's with the band. He just sounds really good. I thought it was just it was a really good track. I think it should have been one of the first singles out there.
Did Bobby rapping that, or was it Aquil Davidson?
No, Aquil did the That's the Way Love Goes.
No, the rap in this in Two Can Play That Game.
So that was Bobby. That was Bobby. Yeah. That was Bobby. But I think the rap was written by Redhead.
Yeah, it's a far stronger. The sound of it, everything.
Yeah, it was. Yo, band, kick it. Wow.
Yo, Ted. Yeah. Ted.
Yep. Buster, let's move to the group. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely. Yeah, should have been the first thing. Because you listen to Humpin' Around, and then you get to Two Can Play That Game and think, oh, okay, this is a good album stuff. Okay. Miss J, what about you? Oh, did you just put two? You can play that game. Okay.
I just went, yes.
You can play that game. Okay. My number 6 is like Stevie, Getaway. I think I didn't like the video. I think the whole.
No, I didn't like it either.
I think the video really made it different to me. I think the whole. It just felt, the dancing in the street. It just didn't feel authentic. I think they could have done a better video. I think when I see the video, I remember the song. Yeah, and because and I think I was surprised how heavy he had become. Because if you
heavy, he put on weight, and he
put on weight when he did the two can play that game video. Because you remember Bobby was, because the last time we saw Bobby was when he was just doing his Don't Be Cruel tour, slim guy, the haircut, and then he's doing this, and I'm like, what? Married life, man, has really, and he couldn't even go on he canceled his tour because he had a health scare, and we didn't see him again. So I think, Getaway in number 6. Love the song, love the track and everything, but I just think it wasn't as funky as it could have been. Okay, now we're down to.
It was still funky.
I'm surprised at you, Nnamdi, but go.
It was still funky. It was just that rap that let it down. That's all it was with that.
No, I don't. I think for me it's number 6 out of 14, or out of 13 tracks. So it's past the halfway mark.
Still high up. Now.
Yeah, it's still high up. So what about you? What about you, Jack? What's number 5 for you?
Number 5 is Two Can Play.
Okay.
Top 5. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. 2 Can Play. Okay.
Yep.
Two Can Play is my number 5.
Okay. Stevie, what about you?
My number 5 is Ain't Nobody Humping Around. I can relate to that track, Humping Around. A bit of humping. There's no harm in a bit of humping around. It's like dude in the guy's life. You got to hump around a bit, haven't you?
But it doesn't make sense. He's just got married and he's singing Humping Around.
Listen, I was at a gig last night where they were singing not rocking the boot and licking
Well,
I'm like, what are we doing? Wrong age for this, but yeah, bit of humping around. I thought it was a heavy.
But then he might as well had done a whole album full of Debbie. Wayne. I'm about to call her Wayne.
Wayne. What about you, Miss J? Number 5.
My number 5, to me, I feel like there's a similarity between Two Can Play That Game and this song because, again, it sounds like that sample from the same person. Okay, so I have that this kind of sounds like Two Can Play That Game. That's the way love is. And I have, but I love the rap style from Okoye Davidson. I don't know what y'all talking about. These raps on this album are not good.
I love that rap too. I can't lie. I do. I love that rap.
What on That's the Way Love Goes?
That's the way love is.
That's the way. Yeah. That's a good
that's
rap.
the way love is.
Yeah.
Getaway, that's next time you listen to Getaway, listen to the rap. I'm telling you, you'll be like, it's not.
Listen to it. That's why I got to listen. I just listened to it. I like it.
But I do think, that Two Can Play That Game and That's the Way Love Is should have been their first couple of tracks, because Rex and Effect were doing Rum Shaker. So I think if you had capitalized on featuring Arkell from Rex and Effects, you'd have really done something there. And Two Can Play That Game was just a really different track. So, okay. My number 5 was Lovin You Down, taking it higher, always. I don't like Katy plays both. Yeah. And then towards the end, when he brings back the keyboards and fades it in like that, all the way. I mean, and as I said, I think there's a sound of Bobby when he sings that it seems raspy. It feels as if he has the way he strains it, but you're fine with it because it's Bobby. You know, he's not giving you Charlie Wilson, but he's giving you Bobby. And if you appreciate Bobby, that's why I loved anything he did on the Home Again tour, Home Again album, because it's just his signature, how he kind of yells and screams in a way. So
Good
yeah,
stuff.
Love You Down is number 5 for me. All right, Jackie, what's number 4?
4 for me is Something in Common.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
That's number 4 for me. Because can't nobody, come on, it was the chemistry. Even though Bobby's not a great singer, but that was his wife. And she was like,
She can sing.
you're my man, and I'm your girl. I was like, come on. We got something in common. And the track was laying. I was like, that. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my number 4. I loved Something in Common.
Yes.
I did.
Okay.
It's not as good as Make It Last Forever, though, is it, Jackie?
Huh? I can't judge my own song.
I can.
So you can't put that song in the Make It Last Forever category. Because if that was the case, then Teddy would have had.
Why not?
But then Teddy would have had Bobby sing a total different way, which I get what you're saying. Something in Common is not a Make It Last Forever, though. You know what I mean? To me, Something in Common had more of a groove. Make It Last Forever, was 808.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 and then pretty. Make it last. You know what I'm saying? Totally different from Something in Common.
I suppose it's like is it comparing like apples to oranges then, maybe?
Yeah.
So it's comparing tomatoes to tomatoes.
I love Something in Common.
But just a shout out that Miss Jackie McGee's coming back to do the countdown on Make It Last Forever. So so we may get us showcasing some of those vocals. Don't stop your love, and wanna go outside in the rain. Yeah, so be aware that's coming. One of the greatest albums for me. That's in my top 3 ever. Okay, Stevie, number 4.
Number 4, I went for Two Can Play That Game. I think we've all said our piece on that, but I think it's a very strong song. I liked. There was some UK remixes, not the dance mixes that did end up charting in the UK.
Yeah. I was surprised.
Yeah,
it went to like top 5 in the UK. The remix version of it.
Dance mixes did, the club mixes, but I'm talking about the R&B mixes, which were done by a guy called 2B3, and I really liked the mixes at the time. But it's a track I always played a lot on the album, still to this day. So it's in my top 5 anyway. Number 4, Two Can Play That Game.
Okay, Miss J, what's your number 4?
My number 4, I agree with Jackie. Give me a hug, baby. Give me a hug. She found her husband in a red dress, and they hug at the poolside. Something in common. And Bobby Christina at the end of the video.
Wow.
We have something in common.
Hey. That's right. Thank you, Boo. Thank you, Boo.
You got something there, Jackie. You managed to get something there. I've not gotten from Miss J. You got a hug. I normally get the cold shoulder. You got a hug there.
Oh, you was giving me a hug. I didn't even get the hug. I'm hugging you back, Boo. That's right. Because we see eye to eye, girl. We see eye to eye.
Oh, good. My number 4. It's strange because you both have the same number 4. I have a very similar number 4 with Stevie, and that is Two Can Play That Game. Yeah.
At least you and Stevie were both on the same page with that. Because, like I was saying, I think it's a guy thing versus a female thing. So, yeah.
I mean, lately you've been acting mighty strange. It seems like your attitude has changed. And suddenly things seem to seem the same. I don't even know. Yes, girlfriend.
He didn't sound too bad there.
So we're up to our top three, which is which what makes our top three. I'm afraid to think about what Jackie has in the top three. She's discarded some of the great songs off the album early on, almost before they even had its fighting chance. So, Miss Jackie, what's number three for you?
Number 3 for me is Humpin' Around.
Wow, I'm impressed. Wow.
I like Humpin' Around.
Yeah.
Come on. You can, I'm like, come on. You can rock to that song. I was moved with that track. I was moved. Yeah.
Okay.
A real sleazy bass line, isn't it? Real hard.
Yeah. You know I'm an R&B half rock chick. So even though it was hip hop, I could still hear that little that little rock edge because of that. I'm like, okay, I like this. Humping around is positive. Okay, go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Stevie, what's number three for you?
Boy, you're at number 3. I went for the track Miss J and Jackie didn't really rate. That's Lovin You Down is very high up on my chart. I think it's a fantastic track.
Loving you down, taking it higher.
Teddy's production on that. Production was mind blowing.
Okay, so we give Teddy credit on the production.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I still like the track a lot. That's probably I still play it a lot. Made my top 3. Surprise.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Miss J, what's your number 3?
My number 3, I have MJ had Leave Me Alone and Escape. Bobby had My Prerogative and Getaway. Ain't nothing but the funk, baby. Getaway. Number 3.
That's a good choice.
Wow.
She said ain't nothing but the funk. Come on now. Okay.
Yeah, I need to watch the video again, but I think just seeing him kind of they were stumping out and stuff. I was thinking,
how
crazy.
How did you not like the video? And wait a minute, maybe because I'm a female, but the fastest of the girls in the video check out the glasses, like inspired by the video. The video had the girls was looking good. They were protecting Bobby. Come on. Bobby was doing his pop squats, pumping and thrusting. Bobby was giving it. I was loving it. What are you talking about?
Okay. Yeah. Hey.
Calm down, Jay. Calm down.
We got.
I'm with her.
Yeah, these ladies are getting very emotional tonight.
What? Number 3 for me is. Number 3 to me is That's the Way Love Is. So, and I think like the video. I like the whole video, the dancing and stuff like that. I thought it was a really good. I thought it was. I just felt like a better video than Getaway. It felt like a good comeback video for him. It's a pity that the song was. I think it was the fourth track that was released, or maybe the fourth track that was released before they did the remix in the King of Beat and brought something common. But I thought it was just wasted coming out at track at number 4. But yeah, That's the Way Love Is. Definitely should have been my number 3. Okay, so Jackie, what's number 2 for you?
Number 2. If it ain't good enough, baby.
Wow.
How y'all didn't like that?
I love that.
I never said I didn't like it.
That's my song.
I love that song.
Love it.
Now, did it fit into the New Jack Swing stuff? No. But that's Bobby. And remember, we were singing it I was singing it with him. I sung background with him for a second to help him out. So when we had to do Good Enough, you know, I like the background to that song anyway. So it was like, oh, this is my song. And that's it. Like I love Good Enough. When it came out, I just love that song.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's my number 2.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
It's
I mean, so it had a nice video.
Love it.
It had a nice
Yeah,
video.
it did.
Okay. What about you, Steve? What's number 2 for you?
There's certain records and albums that are playing certain seasons of the year. There'll be records that play in the summer, some in the winter.
Here you go.
This record are playing in the autumn. When the leaves start turning golden brown and they start coming off the trees. This record just reminds me of autumn, and I always play it in autumn. And it's till the end of time. Autumn's a beautiful season. I don't know if you get autumn at some point in the US, you probably do somewhere. So a beautiful season. It lasts from like September, October, November. All the trees turn browny red. It's a lovely season.
He's trying us to see this record at that time.
I like the way it ends. It fades. There's about a minute fade on it, and I love the production on it and the song. So it's really high up. Very underrated track.
But that's not you just gave it a great picture, so that's actually, for you to pick it as your number 2, you gave it a beautiful picture. So, I might have to go back and listen to it some more.
What about you, Miss J? What's your number 2?
Okay, I wrote something down for this. Hold on. All right, now my number 2, I have the video had gun loading sound for each revealing part of an image of Bobby's album cover. This song has haunting elements similar to the Cruel Prelude from his Don't Be Cruel album. And Babyface, hints of Babyface, Let's Be Romantic, the first 30 seconds, 20 seconds of that song. This is Humpin' Around. I love Humpin' Around. Bobby, I understand he was a married man, but Bobby was still humping around. Let's be real. I love
Hello.
the bus in the spot, in the energy. I love Humpin' Around.
I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned. I love the record, but I'm amazed you picked that at number 2.
That's how
Why?
Because you're a good girl. We're led to believe. Well, this is what we're led to believe on this channel. You're a good, and you picked Humpin' Around at number 2. Wow.
I'm a good clean girl, but I like to watch Bobby act the fool. Act up. He's entertaining.
Listen, you ladies have all got your secrets. You've got you've got your secrets when it comes to the guys. We know we're not gonna, we've got your secrets that you're hidden away.
That's when you're young, Stevie. You don't have no damn secrets in your 50s. I'm in my 50s. I don't have no secrets. I can't be looking at men lusting in my head like I did when I was in my 20s.
Secrets, Jackie. We've all got them secrets deep in the closet.
No, I don't.
No, not me anymore. I'm boring now. I'm boring now too, Stevie. I'm boring. No secrets. Okay, what's yours?
My number 2. It's strange that I think this is a track that was co-produced by Dimitri Ship, and I did a 4-hour interview with Dimitri Ship. I haven't released it yet because it was a very heavy interview because he was talking about growing up, in LA, going to prison, getting into music, then his relationship with Tupac. I think I was knocked out for 2 weeks after that interview. So I haven't even gone back to touch on the interview since then, just because it was very heavy. But it will come out soon. But I asked him about this track, and he talked about how he kind of started it off, and then Teddy just takes it to another level. And then I said, "Who did the keyboard solo?" He says, "No, the great man himself." And till the end of time, it's just such a beautiful track. I think if he had, I wish he had done a video with this. I love the way as you said, the music fades out. the little instrumental in the middle there. Such a lovely track. And I think this is when Teddy gets Bobby to sing with passion and with meaning and stuff. So Till the End of Time is my number two song. Now I must say about this album, I remember talking to when we started, somebody was saying, "Oh, this is Bobby Brown featuring Blackstreet," and a lot of the guys who did the background were Levi Little, Chauncey, Joseph Stonestreet, and then they had Marshall McCullough, Mary Brown.
Marsha and Mary.
Yeah, and Big Bob was around as well. So they were all there doing backgrounds and part of that. And
Bob was doing some too. Okay.
Yeah, Bob was doing some too. John Murray, Teddy's famous engineer, was
that's
there
my boy.
working overtime and overtime. Although one of the guys from Blackstreet did say that that Bob was, sometimes he could take a little strong stuff before coming in to sing. So it may be the pressure of he's just being married, maybe the pressure of following up the success of Don't Be Cruel. Wade was heavy on him because it must be like Michael Jackson trying to follow up Thriller. I mean, Bobby was so big. He's gotten married. Now he has to come up with his next album. And it must be, I can't imagine a level of pressure on him and how it must have been with this album. But as I said, To the End of Time is my second one. So Jackie, before you get to your number one, could you go from 10 up down to number one? So can you remember what you put for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Okay, let me put my other set of eyes on. 10 was Storm Away. 9 was Deborah Whining.
I'm your friend.
I'm your friend. 8 was College Girl. 7 was That's the Way. 6 was Till the End. 5 was Who Can Play. 4 was Something in Common. 3 was Humpin' Around. 2 was Good Enough. So y'all can only imagine what my number one is. Y'all didn't figure out what my number one is yet?
Yeah.
I rocked that ish in my car last night for about a whole 2 hours. Because I forgot how dope it was. I gotta get away. I gotta get away. I don't know why you did not like. To me, Teddy took that whole Parliament and Funkadelic and took it to a whole hip hop head club banger. It was just, you gotta listen to it again, Stevie. Just put it on and drive. Just drive with it. And it's going like that's all you can do. And then he come in and he ain't even rah-rah when Bobby starts singing. He's not even rah-rah. He's not, he comes in very soft. I'm decked out today. Whatever he said. It's about that time. I gotta get away. Like that. Woo, that was my joint. I'm sorry. That's my number one. That's my number one, Teddy Riley.
Wow. I need to listen to it again tonight with that same energy.
Do you? No, you gotta put it. Do y'all drive? Because I know a lot of people don't drive.
I drive and listen. Yes, I was driving and listening to it yesterday. Yeah.
So drive and let's put on Getaway when you drive it, and think club hip hop back in the 90s. Just think that 90s hip hop, and it's gonna hit you in the head. And then when the Funkadelic comes in, that's when it's gonna kill it, because it's like, oh, that's, and you like,
that was Joe Stonestreet. So you could tell that wasn't a sample. That was Stonestreet.
Singing his entire head off, right? And I'm like, That was my number one. That's my number one.
Good one.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. It was perfect. Well, yeah. Okay. It was banging. Yeah, that's Michael and what's that song with the stuff he did with Chris Tucker? She's banging. Yeah, she's banging. What was that? What was that? What was the video?
Right.
What was the song? What was the video?
That was Rock My World.
Rock My World. Yeah. Yeah, she's
I'm
banging.
Michael Jackson walking encyclopedia of videos.
Yeah.
You good, girl. I'm sitting here like, what? Where? Who? Which one?
No, I was going to try and think that. Oh, that song was banging. Then I just remember Michael saying it.
Yeah.
Saying it.
He said at the
Stevie,
end
what
of the
about
video.
you? Are you going to shock us with your 10-1?
M-Mac says, by the way, where is Aaron Hall? Where is he? Big report in Vibe magazine this week that he's gone missing for some. He's gone missing.
I would say I would assume, because this is somebody trying to serve papers. I don't think he's gone. I think they're trying to, someone's serving papers, and it's easy to create a story that he's disappeared and stuff like that, just to get headlines. So I think I think it's not like he just ran away and said. Somebody's trying to serve papers and stuff.
Leave the man in peace. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, let's get to number 10. Leave him in peace. It's been a long time. Anyway, number 10. I'll start at number 10. Storm Away. Number 9, Something in Common. Number 8, Good Enough. Number 7, That's the Way Love Goes or Love Is. Number 6, I'm listening to this a lot at the moment. It is a killer track, Jackie, apart from the rap. Getaways at number 6. Number 5, Humpin Around. I love Why is it number 5? I love Humpin Around. Number 4, Two Can Play That Game. Number 3, Lovin You Down. Number 2, Till the End of Time. There's only one. I say this there's only one number 1 on this album, and it's a masterpiece. It's a 6.5 minute masterpiece. It's got who's on. Tell him who's on backing vocals, Nnamdi.
It would be Mary Brown, Marsha McConnell. So these were part of Abstract, and they had Eminem.
Eminem, yeah, that was it.
It had
as well.
No. Tammy said that she vocally she was not doing well during the time. So it was Mary and Marsha, and then it was the guys from Blackstreet with Joseph Stone Street. They were all on there.
So it's One More Night as my number 1.
Oh,
Jackie's just
good.
found Aaron Hall. Probably just seen Aaron Hall. Just saying hello.
No, J-Ho's going to see Aaron this week, so I don't think he's disappeared. I think it's
good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's yes. I think I need to listen to the version on the remix of Key of B, because that has the I think that's the way the vocals
in it, bit of ragga.
They have the ragga Tonight's the Night, and then the way they harmonize, and that's yes. Miss J, 10-1.
My number 10 is Storm Away.
Wow.
Number 9, Lovin You Down. 8, Until the End of Time. 7, Pretty Little Girl, with Ricky Bell singing background. Number 6, Two Can Play That Game. Let's see, 5, That's the Way Love Is. Number 4, Something in Common with Whitney Houston. Number 3, Get Away. The song that makes you want to just do a squat and a pump and some hip thrusts. Number 2 was Humpin Around. My number 1 is the song that I guess y'all don't like that much, but I love it. Good Enough. Pop Brown. Bobby Brown's favorite song, of course, the reality show. If it ain't good enough, then I work harder. Babyface, Shantae Moore, Whitney Houston on the vocals. Good enough for me. Start talking about.
Okay.
What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Okay. Well, let me go for my 10-1. I had College Girl, COA Allen at number 10. No, it's fine.
Oh, wait till Jackie's finished coughing, Nnamdi.
Yeah, we
I know. I'm sorry. I'm choking. Okay, I'm gonna go off and I'm gonna come back on because I'm choking. Go ahead, Nnamdi. Go ahead. I'm
Okay,
gonna get off and I'm gonna come back on.
that's fine. Okay, so number 10 is College Girl. College Girl.
Oh,
Number 9 is Good enough, baby. And actually, as I said, they 3 months ago it didn't make my top 50. It was like the last two tracks, but I have to appreciate it. Number 8 is Something in Common. Number 7 is Humpin' Around, which, as I said, also didn't make my top 10. And actually, I'll tell this: when I downloaded the album onto my phone, I removed Humping Around and Good Enough and I'm Your Friend. So I only had the 7 Teddy tracks and College Girl on it. So that was how and then when we had to prepare for this the first time, I had to add them all in. And I squeezed 2 other tracks in, but now I've appreciated Humping Around and Good Enough. Hold on, let me get Jackie back in. She's returned. So she will replace Stevie there. Oh, sorry. Okay, you're
Stevie's
back,
on the loop
Jackie.
again. He's going to go on the loop now.
I think I'm coughing because of y'all number ones. You and Nnamdi.
I think I have number 6 is Getaway. Number 5 is Loving You Down. Number 4 is Two Can Play That Game. Number 3 is That's the Way Love Is. Number 2 is Till the End of Time. And number 1, let me just get to.
Oh wow, dramatic.
I'm crying already. Come on. What happened?
Let the band cry. Let the band cry.
Just give me one more chance. I'll make it. Oh, just one more night. I'll make it up. Oh goodness. I mean, he's begging. He's begging. Just one more night. Just give me. I'll make it feel all right.
I can't.
Just one more chance.
I'm begging, baby. Begging, baby.
6 minutes and 28 seconds. You know, one of the things I would say is that
Nnamdi is.
It was hard to make this a single because it was that long. I don't know how they could have edited this song into 3.5 minutes. But I think one of the things that always gets me, if I get a song that talks about, I'm sorry, it's my bad, I made a mistake, especially from guys, that's very humbling. I have a big appreciation for me. It's like, wow, one more chance, forgive me, I'm sorry, I'm bending knees, those kind of songs. And I think it's just a vulnerability. And maybe that's why I like the song, because there was a thing that I've messed up. It's my bad. Give me another chance. And so I love the vocals. I love the backgrounds. I love how they interchange. I just love how the music just goes up there and it drops and goes all over the place. And, speaking to Eric Williams of Blackstreet, he said that he was with the Flex and they were trying to write songs at MCA back in the day. And then Lowell's was like, look, guys, what are you producing? I need something more. And he played them the Bobby album, said, look at what it's about to come out. See what Teddy has done. And Eric says when he heard One More Night, he was like, wow. He says that Teddy at that level was just on another level, just producing songs and it was just dropping. And he was like, he didn't understand how they could do stuff like that. And it was almost like Teddy at his peak producing and creating music around like that. And so it is anyone I've spoken to, like even John Marie, I said, what did you think about the song? He says, yeah, man, I was just talking to Bobby's wife about how much this was such a special track when we worked on it. So it's probably why it's the longest track on the album. It's because they allowed it to breathe. It's its own version of I can't remember the track by Queen, the one that's Mamma Mia. Here we not Mamma Mia, the one with the one that they do the opera in and Don't Let Me.
Oh, you mean
Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah. It's like that. Bohemian Rhapsody is one of those long songs that makes no sense. But this is just a long song that I couldn't imagine them editing it down. One More Chance, One More Night, Bobby Brown. Herb Middleton wrote the first couple of verses on the track, but then he didn't finish it off. And Bernard came and finished up the writing. So
that sounds about right. I'm gonna have to talk to Herb tonight.
Yeah, Herb didn't go in detail as to why he started it off and didn't finish it. But people, and I'll just say this is that some people, when they listen to interviews like they had yourself and Declare talking about the industry, and people get upset when no one names names or goes exposed. And I said, look,
right.
You can say what you've seen, but the moment you start naming people,
naming names,
you open
it gets
yourself
ugly.
up. It gets ugly. You can get sued for defamation of character because you don't have, unless you've got a video camera, it's your word against them. And if they've got big, powerful lawyers, they can shut you down. And also for Herb, if he went in and explained why he didn't finish. And you don't want to make any enemies out of anyone. So as I said, I can tell there. So Herb started it. He didn't finish. We didn't know why, but we didn't want to second guess. He could have missed his family and wanted to go back to the East Coast. Who knows? But anyway, it's a beautiful track nonetheless.
I can tell what happened. No, I'm playing.
And a bit of advice to the guys out there: never beg a woman to come back to you because it won't end well. Bit of advice, good advice for you there. Never well for you. Do not beg a woman.
Really, Stevie?
Oh yeah.
Really, Stevie?
Yes. You're giving that woman all that
Okay,
power.
but you gotta explain. No, but you gotta explain. Okay, you gotta explain what situation not to ask the woman to come back. Because if the guy did something wrong and he was asking her to come back and to forgive him, that's different. But if she went and did something to show the ass, let her stay where she is.
Beg, don't be getting on your knees and begging, and don't be doing all that nonsense because you know what I mean. You can't do that because you're giving all your power to a woman. She'll make a mockery of you then.
I'm so done.
Yeah,
he said you're giving all your power away.
Especially under 30s, under 30. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that, please. No. Don't be letting the guys down.
What's that? That's the guy club. That's your little guy club anthem.
That's the guy code. Don't be begging no girl to come back. Listen, you get caught cheating, hold your hands up. I cheated. I'm sorry. Don't be begging the girl to come back to you.
Okay. Well, it makes good records. So
I'm sorry. I cheated. It got the better of me. She doesn't mean what you mean to me. That's you know what I mean. It was just it was just heat of the moment thing.
Okay.
That was it.
What about
begging?
What about
you? Won't have no record no time soon. But go ahead, man.
No, I was thinking
records
about
for you, Stevie.
Milk and Steph when they said you may have had him once, but I have him all the time.
See, the wicked.
He's mine. You may have had him once, but I have him all the time. And I said to Milk and Steph, so you guys wrote the cheating anthem. You said, yeah. He cheated on me, but you cheated on me with you, but he's mine all the time.
How can you, as a guy, how can you lead a woman if you're begging her back? You can't. It's got all that. It's gone. It's gone then. You've rescinded all that leadership masculine. It's gone. It's gone, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I get what Stevie's saying, but at the same time, Stevie, if if you begging somebody because you messed up and you, like you said, it was a mistake or whatever. But if you have a woman that's a real woman that is see, people get submission wrong.
What if the woman who's cheating and she's walking out and you're begging her back? Come back.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. No, you let that go. I agree with that. No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Let the woman, let her go. Just let her go. Let that woman go.
That's true. If she's with another dude, let her keep it moving.
Yeah.
Deuces. Right.
Well, even New Edition.
So many guys fall for that. There's so many. They're like they can't deal with it. They can't do. You know, she's messing around with the guy or it, and they fall to bits. And I'm saying, guys, don't let her go.
Freddie Jackson, you can be his forever, but you got to be mine tonight. What song was that?
Got to be mine tonight.
You could be. What song was that?
What was that?
Freddie Jackson.
Check that song out.
And Mac, what's the song?
I'm like, what song is that?
I'm not sure. Anyway, not sure. But anyway, just as we wrap up, I'm just wondering, just overall, Jackie, your thoughts on the album? Was there too many album fillers?
Yeah, I just thought that, like you said, I agree with you. What you said, they should have just let Teddy do the record.
Wow, then you want to go good enough? Then you want to go good enough.
But okay, I mean, I love Good Enough, but I think that, but see, we might not have had Good Enough, but we might have had another Make It Last Forever. You never know. You might have had another, what's one of them songs from Blackstreet that I loved?
Even Before I Let You Go, you could have had.
Before I Let You Go, I think that Teddy really should have been able to do the whole record. I definitely agree with Nnamdi on that. He should have did the whole record.
What about you, Stevie? What's your wrap-up thoughts on the album?
I enjoyed the production on it and the maturity of some of the songs on it, and I still listen to it to this day. I have grown up with this record. I can pick holes in it, but I'm not going to. It's still one of my favourite albums from that era, so I'm still very happy with it. And it's got a good variety of stuff on it. Good variety of tracks. So, yeah.
Miss J?
I think me and Jackie had the same songs in our top 3. We got better taste than y'all. That's what I found out.
All day. All day.
All day.
Yeah.
Did have some great tracks on this album. He really did. And I realized he has a pattern of using, if you listen to this and you can hear Guy, you can still hear like Guy songs in some of these songs. Like his what was that song they did? It was 2 of them. Two Guy songs. What was it? Gosh, but you guys know. I think I might have mentioned them.
What? Piece of My Love? Piece of My Love or Groove Me?
It's a fast song. I Want to Get With You. And then it's a song that sounds like I Want to Get With You.
The good. I Want to Get With You. That's.
What's another one that sounds just like that?
Let's Stay Together, or which one?
It's a Guy song that's like I think it has Friends in the title or something, but it was sampled on this album. But it's 2 songs that I feel like use a Guy sample on this album. And you just hear Teddy all over.
Like Do Me Right, or you think?
It wasn't Do Me Right. It sounded like Get With You. But I think I wrote it down. I just didn't mention it. But it's in these notes somewhere. But it's sampled. They do mention that they sampled this song, one of the Guy songs, but they don't mention that they sampled Get With You. But I feel like they sampled 2 songs and they only mention 1 from Guy. Because I definitely hear I Want to Get With You. But they don't. That's not the one that they said that they used on this album. Okay. Terry Riley did some things on this album, though.
That's what I said.
Shy Boy Entertainment, that.
Let me see. Find it.
Jackie, do you know who Shy Boy Entertainment is?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't even know you was talking to me. Who? I'm
Shy
sorry.
Boy Entertainment.
Shy Boy Entertainment. I know the name.
He's saying hi, Jack. Right? Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, for me, I did love the album. I think I'm one of those people who think that if he had 13 tracks on this album, and there's nothing good better than just making it short and sweet. I think if he had um, I think if he says he was Bobby's engineer, I think if he had just 10 songs on this album,
Right.
it might have made a
Right.
massive difference. And he's also, he says, Anoka Rico Wade. I think it would have made a difference. I think the reason why something like Make It Last Forever is such a great album is just that it's just short and tight and sweet, and it just had the right. Now, I know you'd say that, yes, in 88, they just they couldn't fit all these tracks on the vinyl, so that's why it was limited, but it made quality control better. It meant
It
that you
did.
just had to put the best. And
That's right.
and one of my biggest gripes is that we got into the 90s, and for the CDs, they just started making 80-minute albums, and they weren't filling them with great tracks and stuff. So
Right.
I think this would have been a good 7, 8 to a 9-track album would have just been perfect. And there's a
Yep.
final thing is that Teddy got nominated for the Grammy for Producer of the Year based on this album and the Blackstreet, but he lost. I think he lost to. I think maybe I think he lost to Glenn Ballard or something like that, pop rock. But he got nominated for Producer of the Year in the Grammys for his work on the Bobby album. Because he co-produced the Dangerous album with Michael, he didn't qualify for those tracks. But it just shows that at that point in time, the work he did was he just came out Dangerous. He did Rex and Effect, and he did this album, and then he did Blackstreet. He was just at his peak from the 90s, and so this was always a really special album for me.
Any updates on Dawn Robinson?
Well, no. Dawn's enjoying the pub. Well, I was enjoying the publicity. So Dawn is I think the global publicity is really given her food for thought. She says she will never go back to En Vogue just because business-wise they're never on the same page. Even Maxine, who had a show with them, isn't permanently back with them. So I think that's just nostalgic. But I'm sure she made capital. I'm sure she's going to get offers to do shows and stuff. So it's been hopefully it works out for her and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so on a positive note, we want to thank everyone for tuning in.
What a crazy episode that's been. What a crazy episode that has been.
Yes. So we had time changes. We had people coming in late, and we had people coughing throughout. We had stories of 50-year-old men singing with their torches in the air and stuff like that.
Stevie's night out.
Stevie's night out. But all in all, this was Miss J really wanted to go through this album again. I was surprised that I had to put the 2 Face tracks back in my top 10, but it was definitely worth it. Definitely worth appreciation, and I definitely can't wait until the 3 of us welcome back Miss Jackie McGee as we dissect one of the greatest albums in R&B, which is Make It Last Forever. So hopefully you get your singing voice on, Jackie, when we get you. So because see if you
You're gonna have me
these.
singing some of the tracks.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to get your piece on this album, because I know you sang it you sang on them, and I know that you went on tour supporting this album, but I don't know how many people have actually to go through each of the songs and get your thoughts on them. So this will be a real exclusive for us.
And you know a lot of them are good old nasty love songs. So Stevie really, we got to get ready for what Stevie's got to say. No begging. Stevie said no damn begging to you guys. Stevie said no begging. Don't ask for them to come back.
That's what I'm saying.
It wouldn't surprise me if Keith watches that episode as well. He would not surprise
Oh no,
me.
he probably will. He probably
Wouldn't
will.
surprise me because I know that when I had Timmy Gatlin on talking about Make It Sweat, I had on good authority that he saw that episode and wasn't too pleased. So it wouldn't surprise me. He wasn't too pleased because Timmy was saying that Keith was begging. And he was begging because Teddy was charging an arm and a leg. So he came to me and says, "Can you make the track?" And I did it with Anton, with Woki, and we made that hit because he couldn't afford Teddy. He didn't have Teddy, and he only had ballads. And so Keith didn't find that funny. But anyway,
what song was that? That was
Make You Sweat.
Make You Sweat.
Yeah, Make You Sweat. Yeah.
And to be honest, that's not my favorite song. Make You Sweat wasn't. And I love Woki. I did not like that. Make You Sweat. I mean, I had to perform it. I was with him, of course, when it came out too. But I didn't like Make You Sweat.
I like that track, Jackie. I really like that track.
You did?
It was a new Jack kind of track. It was
proper new Jack.
It could have been a guy track if
drums. The drum programming on that was awesome.
I mean, I don't know. Do you say no? I say yes, girl. I bet I can make you sweat. It just didn't.
Oh, Jackie, you know.
That's the begging, Stevie, that you said you don't like. That's the begging.
I just said I could make you sweat. It's not begging.
He's begging sweat. That's his middle name.
Oh, right, exactly. Thank you, Miss J.
He's challenging her.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss J.
Always begging.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good old time doing Make It Last Forever album. Oh, let me get my voice ready.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll get the dates with everyone so we can lock it in and stuff like that. But that would be great, guys. We want to thank you always for being in the comments and being part of this. Because you make a massive difference in this show, in what we do. So really appreciate everyone. And I think next weekend we've got Tevin Campbell. I'm ready. So that would be a great one. If Miss Jackie's around, she may join us, but we don't want to strain her because definitely we need her for Make It Last Forever. But
thank you for inviting me.
Oh goodness! I mean, you really turned the tables together today. But actually, I think for Miss J, having somebody with almost similar taste kind of shows that actually, men and women think very differently. We think very differently about these albums and stuff. So anyway, thanks guys, and we will see.
Thanks,
everyone
Nnamdi.
During the week and stuff, and I will chat with the rest of these guys offline.
Keep humping around, everybody.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you.